A light source which radiates light in all directions has luminous intensity of 100 candela. What is the illumination E in perpendicular working area 10 meters below the source? So madali lang yan. We are looking for E and that is the intensity over D raised to 2, di ba? Ang intensity ng ating light is 100 and then ang distance naman niya is 10 raised to 2. So kunin natin tong answer nito. 100 over 100. So 1. Tama ba? So this is 1 lux. Kasi ito ay candela, ito naman ay meter square or 1 lumens per square meter. Ngayon, foot candle kasi ang nasa choices. Let us try to convert these to foot candle or over square feet. So in 1 meter, we have 3.21 feet. So raised to 2. So ang magiging answer nito is 1 divided by 3.281 raised to 2. So 10, baliktad. So 1 over 3.281 raised to 2. So this is 0.093. 0.093 foot candle. Wala siya sa choices. So let us have a troubleshoot. Ang troubleshoot natin dito, ang 10 meters dapat 10 feet. Kaya kapag isolve natin kagad yung illumination, ayan na lang ay 10 candelas or CD. I-divide natin ngayon yung 10 raised to 2 feet square. So lalabas na dito yung 1 lumen per square feet or 1 foot candle. Letter A. Next, number 15. The study of illumination involves design of lighting system. Okay, number 16. The illumination of a room is being designed. The data as follows. So, yung room length 30, ang room width 20 feet, the CU is 0.6, the MF is 70%, and then the required foot candles, that is the illumination, is 50. Tapos lumens per lamp is 3,300, watts per lamp naman is 53. The voltage is 230 volts and then the power factor is 0.75. So what is the total current of the lamp required to satisfy the requirement? So isolve muna natin yung number of lamps. So tingnan muna natin ilang lamps yung kailangan. So dahil involved dyan yung coefficient of utilization tsaka yung maintenance factor, so try natin gamitin to. Diba? Flux over area times the coefficient times the maintenance factor. So meron kasing required foot candles 50. So that is lumens per square feet. And then kunin natin yung flux kasi wala yatang binigay. So meron lumens per lamp. So gawin natin, kung merong lumens per lamp na 3,300 lumens per lamp, kailangan mag-cancel yung lamp. Kaya magta-times tayo dito ng number of lamps. And then i-divide natin yung area 30 by 20. So that will be feet raised to 2. Times natin yung CU 0.6 and the maintenance factor 0.7. So masasolve na kagad natin dito yung number of lamps. Siyempre, after nating makuha yung number of lamps, tingnan na natin ngayon ano ang magagastos na kuryente, di ba? So 50 times 30 times 20 divided by 33 divided by 0.6 divided by 7.7. So the number of lamps is 21.65. 21.65. So, dapat i-approximate natin as 22 lamps kasi we are dealing with physical quantities. So, wala namang decimal na quantity na physical, di ba? So, since meron tayong watts per lamp na binigay, so meron tayong 53 watts per lamp sa ating given, kapag i-multiply natin yung 22 lamps dito, makukuha natin yung total watts. Diba na kailangan? O yung total watts na magagastos. So 53 times 22. 1,166 watts. 1,166 watts. Ngayon may binigay ulit yung problem, power factor, and then voltage. So we can use the formula of the power in AC circuit, diba? Which is VI power factor. Solving for the total current, that must be the total number of watts, 1,166. I-divide natin yung voltage na 230, and then the circuit power factor is 0.75 or 75%. So that will be our answer divided by 230 times 0.75. So 6.76 or 6.759 amperes. Next, number 17. An office 17 by 18 meters is lighted by 8 lamps, and each lamp has a luminous intensity of 200 candela, allowing an absorption loss of 1,610 lumens for the reflectors, walls, and ceilings. Calculate the average illumination of the working plane. So ano ang illumination na nararanasan ng surface? Ayun yung tinatanong ng problem. So bakit nagtanong si problem ng illumination na nararanasan ng surface? Kasi meron tayong tinatawag ng mga reflectors o yung mga bagay na nag-a-absorb ng lumens. Kaya kanina, di ba, nag-solve tayo ng total lumens. Ang na-solve natin kanina, yung una natin na-solve kanina is yung lumens na nare-receive nung plane, and then percent lang daw yun ng total kasi yung iba ay na-absorb. So ganun din dito. Kung ma-absorb yung iba, tingnan natin ilan yung matitirang lumens para sa surface. So ito yun. So yung lumens para sa surface, that will be the total lumens. Ibabawas natin ngayon yung mawawala, yung mahihigop o yung ma-absorb. Next. From the lamps, sa mga lamps natin, pwede nating masolve using the formula of MSCP yung total lumens. Diba? So dahil kunin natin ngayon yung MSCP ng kada lamp. So ano ulit yung formula nito? So this is equal to the flux over 4 pi. So yung power of lamp natin, yung luminous intensity nila is 200 candela. This is equal to flux over 4 pi. So dito masasolve natin yung flux per lamp. Kasi kinonsider natin per lamp dito, 200 candela per lamp. So multiply natin 200 times 4 pi. This is the flux per lamp, 800 pi. So 800 pi. Next, kung gusto natin makuha yung pinaka-total talaga na flux, ilang lamps ba yung gagamitin? Since we are using 8 lamps, so yung 800 pi natin per lamp will be multiplied to 8 lamps. So cancel. So this will give us 6,400 pi para sa total. So makukuha na natin ngayon yung flux na mapupunta sa surface, which is the total, 6,400 pi. Babawas natin yung loss, 1610. So 64 pi minus 1610. So 18496.19. 18496.19 lumens. So we can now solve for the illumination experienced by the surface. That is the flux na nasa surface over the area of the surface which is 17 by 8 meters. So from the unit lumens per square meter, that is the lux, di ba? So answer divided by 17 and 8. So 136 lux. Next. Number 18. The principle of working of a high-pressure mercury vapor lamp is that the radiation is produced directly by the discharge. So ito kasi, di ba, example, high-pressure mercury lamp is a vapor gaseous discharge lamp that uses mercury in an excited state. So ito mga discharge yung nagiging radiation. Next, number 19. 20 feet by 30 feet is illuminated by 5 200 watt 3500 lumens incandescent lamp. The average illumination intensity at the working plane as measured by a foot candle meter is 6.71 lumens per square feet. Calculate the utilization factor of the lamp. Direct substitution lang, di ba? E is equal to the flux over the area times natin yung maintenance factor and then the coefficient of utilization. Kung walang babanggitin na coefficient of utilization o kaya maintenance factor, winawan natin sila. At dahil yung coefficient of utilization yung hinahanap, panatilihin natin siyang unknown. So, ang ating problem, meron daw na measure na 6.71 lumens per square feet or square foot. So, ayan ngayon yung E. Ano ngayon yung flux natin? Take note, ang ibinigay na 3,500 lumens, that is per lamp. Next, yung lamps natin ay 5 para mag-cancel, di ba? So, ita-times natin ngayon by 5 lamps para mag-cancel yung lamp. So, i-divide natin ngayon by area, which is 20 by 30 square feet. So, magka-cancel na yung mga units natin dito. Matitira na lang is the coefficient of utilization. So, solving for the coefficient of utilization, 6.71 times 20 by 30 divided by 5 divided by 3.5. So, 0.23. 0.23 or 23%. Next, number 20. A piece of paper lies on a table 2 meters away from a point directly below the bulb. So if this is the bulb, ito naman yung point directly below the bulb, ito yung 2 meters away from the point. So ito yung paper natin, and then the bulb has intensity of 100 candela, 4 meters naman siya above, and then let us find the illumination of the paper na nakikita natin sa paper. So, anong figure natin dyan? 2D yan, di ba? Wherein this is the H, ito naman yung X. Meron tayong formula dyan, solving for the illumination, that is IH over X raised to 2 plus H raised to 2, 3 raised to 2. Now, the intensity of the bulb is 100 candela. For ang H, ngayon, dito tayo sa X. So, 2 raised to 2 plus 4 raised to 2 and then raised to 3 halves. O, solve natin. 100 times 4. And then 2 raised to 2 plus 4 raised to 2 raised to 3 halves. 4.47 lux. Basta malapit yung answer ninyo, tapos walang choices yung problem, itatama nyo pa din. Number 21. At what distance from a screen should the lamp of 67.5 candela be placed to produce the same illumination on the screen as a lamp 30 candela would give when placed at a distance of 40 centimeters from the screen? So kung ito yung 30 candela natin na lamp, meron kasing binigay na distance dito which is 40 centimeters. Meron tayong masosolve na E1 dito, di ba? Kasi meron tayong distance tsaka I. Ang tanong ngayon ng problem, kung meron tayong ilalagay na lamp which is 67.5 candela, gaano kalayo yung X? So that yung masosolve natin na E2 is the same as the first illumination. So sa aking figure, nilayuan ko, di ba? Nilayuan ko yung 67.5 candela. Kasi di ba by observation, kung gagawin ko silang magkasing lapit at mas malakas si 67.5, mas mataas yung illumination na maibibigay niya, di ba? Sa wall or sa screen. Kaya ilayo natin si 67.5, i-adjust natin siya ng konti. So kabisado naman na natin yung formula, I over D square. So this will be 67.5 over X square. And then sa condition number 1 naman is 30 over 40 square. So solving for the distance number 2, and that is the square root of 67.5 times 40 raised to 2 divided by 30. So 60 centimeters. So ito dapat actually exactly 60 yung answer ninyo. Kahit na walang choices kasi walang decimal. Next. Number 22. 4 lamps are suspended 8 meters above the ground at the corners of a square 3 meters on a side. So each lamp gives 250 candelas uniformly below the horizontal plane. Calculate the illumination at the center of the square. Sige, gawin natin yung room. Gawin na lang muna natin yung room. Ito. This is our room. And then sa room natin, yung mga ilaw nandito sa 4 corners. Siyempre dapat sa taas, di ba? Suspended kasi above the ground. So ang height natin dyan, sabi, is 8 meters. So we have h of 8 meters dito. And then yung corners ng yung side ng room natin is 3. So 3 by 3 yung floor area ng ating room. Ang question ngayon ng problem, so kung ang isang lamp ay mayroong 250 candela, what is the illumination sa center ng square, which is the floor? Pwede ba kapag maraming lamp ang nakaka-apekto sa isang room, di ba mas maraming lamp sa room, mas maliwanag. Kung babawasan natin yung lamp, o mapupundi yung isang lamp, medyo didilim. Kaya nga, if we are going to find the illumination experienced by the center of the floor, nakaka-apekto sa kanya yung 4 na lamps. Since gitna yan, di ba? That is a center. Kung gaano na-apektuhan ni lamp number 1 yung center, ganun din si lamp number 2, lamp number 3, and then lamp number 4. So, ang formula natin ngayon is itatimes natin sa 4. I-consider natin yung isang lamp. So, kapag tayo ay nasa 3D, ano ang kino-consider natin? We are considering, una, the age. Ito, gaano kataas yung lamp natin from the point. Next, meron tayong mga X and Y axis dito, or Z axis, sabihin natin. Susukatin natin ngayon from the point, gaano kahaba ito. and from the point, gaano naman kahaba iyon. So, ganyan natin sinusukat yung illumination natin in 3D. So, ano yung formula natin kapag 3D? The illumination now will be 4 na beses. IH pa din yung numerator. Next, 3 na yan, di ba? H raised to 2 plus X raised to 2 plus Z raised to 2 raised to 3 halves. So, kaya nga natin i-multiply ng 4 kasi isang ilaw lang yung consider natin. Ang intensity ng isang ilaw is 250. The height is 8. And then, 8 yung height raised to 2. Plus, so kailangan makalahati natin kasi center ito. So, yung X niya is 1.5. And then, yung Z niya is 1.5 din. Kasi square naman yan. So, raised to 3 halves. So, 4 times 250 times 8 over quantity. 8 raised to 2 plus 1.5 raised to 2 plus 1.5 raised to 2 raised to 3 halves. 14.11 lumens per square meter. So, saan nanggaling yung x squared tsaka z squared? Kasi diba, if we are going to consider the 2D, kung gusto nyo maging 2D yan, eto yan. So, ito yung pinaka natin, sabihin natin D, tapos ito yung H. So, diba, ang magiging formula natin dyan kapag 2D, kapag 2D. So, kapag 2D, that is IH over D square plus H square raised to 3 halves, diba? Pero kung titignan nyo yung D natin, right triangle ito. So, X raised to 2 plus Z raised to 2 is equal to D raised to 2. Kaya nga yung buong D raised to 2 natin ay mapapalitan ng X squared tsaka Z squared. So, ayun yung shortcut natin dyan. Dinidiretso na natin ng X tsaka Z. Next, number 23. A school classroom with a general dimensions of 24 feet by 30 feet is lighted with 10 fluorescent fixtures of 4 lamps per fixture and then 810 lumens per lamp. What is the initial illumination in foot candles assuming that the coefficient of utilization is Cu times maintenance factor? So, mayroon bang binigay na maintenance factor? Wala. So, gawin natin siyang 1. So, solve natin ngayon. So, meron tayong 8,010 lumens per lamp. So, that is the flux. So, may lamp pa dito. Multiply ulit tayo. Meron ulit binigay yung problem. 4 lamps per fixture naman. And then, kailangan mag-cancel yung fixture. So, may binigay ulit. 10 fixtures. Kaya kapag nag-cancel tayo dito, maititira na natin yung number of lumens, di ba? Para sa flux natin. So, divided by the area, which is 24 by 30 feet raised to 2. Multiply natin ngayon yung coefficient of utilization. So, 810 times 4 times 10 over 24 by 30. So, yung answer natin dito, multiply pa natin ng 0.4. So, 178 foot candles. Next, number 24. So, recommended illumination level of general office for reading. So meron tayo dito offices and indoor spaces. So 20-foot candles recommended for general spaces in office. And then in areas where reading and detailed tasks are carried out, we are going to use 50-foot candles. So ang isagot na lang natin dito is letter A, 40-foot candle. Next, number 25. In fluorescent lamp installations, wheels of rotary machinery appears to be stationary due to letter B. So, ayan naman na yung meaning, pakibasa na lang. Next, number 26. So, mabilis lang tong quiz natin. A colliery workshop 20 meters by 10 meters requires an average illumination of 100 lumens per square meter on the working table. To calculate the electrical power required for the purpose. So allow a coefficient of utilization of 0.45 and a depreciation factor of 1.35 and the efficiency of the lamps is 12 lumens per watt. So, yung favorite natin ng formula, E is equal to the flux over area times the coefficient of utilization times the maintenance factor, and kung mayroong ibibigay daw na depreciation factor, so naka-over siya, di ba? Ang nare-require na illumination sa atin is 100 lumens per square meter. Next, merong efficiency yung lamp. So, basta kung gusto nyong hanapin yung ating flux, yung lumens natin, hanapin nyo merong lumens. So, meron kasi binigay dito na 12 lumens per watt. So, ang gawin natin ngayon, mag-multiply tayo ng watt. So, ito yung hinahanap, di ba? What is the average power or yung total power na kailangan? So, para mag-cancel yung watt. So, the area now is 20 by 10 meters raised to 2. The coefficient of utilization is 0.45. Yung depreciation factor naman natin, that will be 1.35. Kaya times 1 over 1.35. So, makukuha na natin dito yung total watts na kailangan natin. So, wala namang binigay na maintenance factor. Kaya 1 na lang siya. No? 100 times 20 times 10 times 0.45 times 1.35 divided by 12 divided by 0.45. So 5,000 watts. Next, number 27. A 40-watt fluorescent lamp, 120 centimeters long, produces 3,200 lumens of light in a room having general dimensions 10 by 20. So, find the illumination on the floor. O kapag involved nga yung area, tapos illumination, flux over area. So, wala naman na siguro mga binigay na coefficient, no? $3,200 lumens, tapos the area is 10 by 20 feet. So, raised to 2. So, ayan na mismo yung answer. Diba? Kasi wala naman na yung mga coefficient o yung mga factor natin. 10 times 20. So, foot candle tong answer dito. 16-foot candle. So, ingat tayo sa mga units natin or sa mga zero kasi may answer na 160 dito.